Now, when it comes to inserting your graphs and charts into the report, either in the findings section or in Appendix B, you want to make sure that when you insert a chart, that it is sized properly, and if you need to change the size and you need to move it around, you have to make sure that you maintain the proportions of the file or this image. This applies to any chart or graph, or in fact any picture, any graphic that you use in your document. What we mean by sizing proportionally is that the shape and the proportions, the sides of the picture remain the same. And so the picture, the graph or the chart does not lose its shape and doesn't become disformed and unclear. So here on the screen you can see I've used a chart from my spreadsheet and I've inserted it, copied and pasted it into the Appendix B section of my project, where I'm including the graphs and charts from my spreadsheet. And here, let's say I want to resize this image. So the correct way to resize would be to resize from the corners of the image. So if you drag from the corner of a picture, as you can see here, you'll see that the image, the chart or the graph, it resizes and it maintains its proportions. The circle of the pie chart is still a circle, all the text is clear, and nothing has been squashed and nothing has been put out of shape. So this is the correct way to resize. The incorrect way to do it would be to try to resize something from one of the sides. So here I've resized this image from one side, from the right side, and you can see that now the image is out of proportion and the shape has changed and it's become squashed vertically. And the same thing, the same mistake happens if I try to resize from the top or the bottom, and the image will lose its shape again. So that's also incorrect. And here you can see that the image has been squashed the other way. The text is not very clear and the shape of the pie chart has been changed. And this is particularly bad when it comes to charts and graphs, because graphs and charts are supposed to display data and show us data using shapes and colors, so that we can easily compare different amounts and we can easily look at the percentages and amounts in our data. And so if you put the shape, if you make the chart deformed, then the data is not clear anymore and it doesn't look very nice, it doesn't look very professional either. So if I've made such a mistake, remember that you can always undo your changes. Here I'm pressing Ctrl and Z or Command and Z to undo the changes and make the chart back to its original shape and size. So again, please remember, when you insert charts and graphs into your report, make sure that you resize them correctly if you need to change the size by using the corners and resizing from the corners of the chart. And in this way you'll maintain clear and nicely shaped graphs and charts or pictures.